our great American panel. He, the former mayor of the great city of Providence, he currently hosts his own radio program. It's called the Buddy Cianci Show. He is the author of Politics and Pasta, even though he's lost weight. Vincent Buddy Cianci is back. He is an internationally recognized expert in investment wealth management. Ed Butowski is here, and she, a professor of political science and law at Vanderbilt University, author of Be the People, and political analyst, Carol Swain. Congratulations on the success of your book. It's good to see you, and yours a while ago. You're old.
Yeah, we're still there, though. It's still on the market. You can still buy it.
Especially for no, that's always true. By the way, I don't know if I should mention my name. A good friend of mine and a reporter here at the network sent me a note about an issue you're involved in at Vanderbilt that's pretty interesting. Go tell.
Could we save that?
I'm not allowed to talk about it tonight?
No.
Okay, now moving on to the debate that took place last night.
Right.
What did you think of the debate?
Well, I thought it was more the same. I thought Perry did a lot of damage to himself. I think it's going to dry up some money from him. It's going to get people to donate more money maybe to Romney, who apparently was the star last evening. But I also think that maybe some of these people who were second tier may move up. Because Bachmann and the others, but I still think that
I think Bachmann, Santorum,
they all got shots.
Herman Cain I thought they all had good nights.
Yeah, they did have Santorum especially. But Obama's numbers are terrible. But the fact of the matter is, you're going to beat him with somebody. And I said, always said that Romney used to look to me anyway like the banker who turned your loan down. And the other guy there, Perry, he looked like the guy Colombo used to chase around on Sunday nights on television. But now maybe
How do you describe yourself, Cianci?
Well, I'm not running for president, Sean.
You were the mayor. I lived there when you were mayor.
Yeah, right. But what I thought it was a good night for Perry. I thought it was, a good night for Romney, a terrible night for Perry.
All right, is it the problem? Let's go to some of the issues on immigration, because we saw Frank Luntz's focus group kind of shocked me tonight. It was so strongly against Perry. Right. Is it that it's the issue of immigration, or is it the way he said it? Let's roll some of the tape.
If you say that we should not educate children who have come into our state for no other reason than they've been brought there by no fault of their own, I don't think you have a heart.
The magnet draws people into this country to get that education, to get the $100,000 break.
I would not allow taxpayer-funded benefits for illegal aliens or for their children.
No free education, no free subsidies, no citizenship, no birthright citizenship.
Yeah, go ahead, whatever, either one.
It was like he was channeling the liberal left. And so, I think that worked against him. But
about not having a heart, if you disagreed?
Yes. And I think the American people, we're all suffering in some ways. And it just didn't pass the test.
Sean, what I think, it was the optics, okay? Basically, people are very against, in a lot of ways, illegal immigration. And now here he is saying that you don't have a heart if you're not going to let these kids go to the University of Texas. He's forgetting the fact that we might not even want them in this country to begin with, let alone pay for their college education.
The argument goes, and I think we ought to just follow the law. The law is the law.
That's right.
I think the first thing you got to do is stop illegal immigration. Then we can deal with the issue of people here illegally.
Right.
But the argument goes, politically speaking, if the Republicans, do this, it's going to hurt them with the Hispanic vote.
Sean, the greatest thing that what Perry did yesterday was the wrong thing to do if you're running in a Republican primary or you're running for a Republican nomination. Romney obviously said the right thing if you were going to run for the Republican presidency. My state, Rhode Island, just right now, the Board of Governors of Higher Education passed in-state tuition for illegal immigrants.
What do you think, Carol? You want to add one thing?
I think the American
the committee did. Let me put it that way. It's
want immigration laws enforced, and that they're not in a mood to support candidates that are trying to make it a non-issue. And we don't know how many are actually here. The government says 12 million. It could be 18 million. It could be 24 million. It's a lot more than the government.
Is this just one debate, though, or is there irreparable harm here? Because
I think there's tremendous damage here. He is supposed to be the most conservative on the whole, the whole debate, and he really just, stepped in it.
He doesn't look like he's a conservative.
No, he doesn't look it at all. He doesn't look like that one bit.
All right, we got to take a break. We're going to come back more with our great American panel. Straight ahead. And we continue with our great American panel. All right, there's a case here in New York. A woman. she kills her husband, shoots him 11 times.
Oh, my.
5 shots with a revolver, 6 shots with another gun. All right, the husband was shaving. She claims 20 years of abuse, battered wife syndrome. She never, you know, her kids are backing her testimony that he's been abusive. And by the way, I have great sympathy for people that live in these situations.
Right.
But if you take the law into your own hands, do you have the right to kill an abuser? There's some question about whether or not there was, for example, she was looking for the insurance money not long thereafter. She had the gun ready to go with her. Do you believe that that is a legitimate excuse, or within a 20-year time period, she has a responsibility to leave?
No, I don't believe that that's legitimate. And the feminists may rally around her for taking things in her own hands, but no, I think she should be treated the way anyone else would be that commits murder. And it sounds like a cold-blooded murder.
I mean, there's a process, there's procedures. You got to follow the rules. And obviously, just after 20 years, that's horrible. It's a terrible situation. But you can't just pick up a gun and start shooting somebody.
She sure got even. 11 shots, you said, with 2 guns?
11 shots?
Yes, she sure got even. I mean, I think we don't know enough about the case. How much abuse was there? How long did it really go on? What is the evidence? What's the testimony? You can't do it in a 10-second soundbite, because this will go through a whole process of litigation and discovery, and what was the evidence? How was she abused? And it's a jury, and, you know,
a lot of this is going to try to get jury. She claims she was abused during one vacation. And then the prosecution says, well, why'd you go on this one, this one, this one, this one after?
Right. Well, you know, yeah, she said she was abused on vacation. The husband was good enough to take her on vacation. How did he abuse her on vacation?
No, the allegation is that on a vacation, that he was physically abusive. But then they pointed out, okay, but then after that vacation, you went on all these vacations.
Right. In this Casey Anthony trial with the jury, it is nowadays, it's a wild card. You don't know what is going to come back. I mean, it would not shock me. I watched that case pretty closely. I got to be honest. I did not think they did a good enough job in the Casey Anthony case. No, they didn't. But when you get in front of a jury trial, and this obviously could very well go there.
Nullification, one person, you're out.
That's it.
All right. Waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, we've been talking about Solyndra, Light Squared. I have an article here, Washington Times. Taxpayers foot the bill for Justice Department $16 muffins, $8 cups of coffee, $76 for lunch.
I got better ones for you. They just filed their report, the special details of Congress. How about this one? The House has a shoe shine office, $200,000 a year for shoe shines, $131,000 to the head of upholstery and draperies. Now, I know it's not a lot of money, but they still have those perks in that office.
How many barber shops do they have?
Oh, that too. And they have a gift shop. I pay $125,000 for the person to run the gift shop. Then they pay $225,000 to the attending physician, and they already have the best health care in the world. They have to
the amount of waste.
How can they be serious about cutting?
We just saw it the other day. I was walking down the street in New York, and I saw, Obama's, group go through. I mean, there had to be 80 cars in that parade. I mean, the waste is unbelievable. It's nonstop. And I'm not saying it's wasteful in terms of having all these cars, but you know it's there, and it's nonstop.
The office.
I don't care about the muffins or the coffee. I think there are more serious things that we should be concerned about that the Obama administration is engaged in. So to me, that's not worth our time.
I agree, but we've been spending a lot of time on Solyndra, Light Squared, corruption. You donate money, you get access, you get hundreds of millions of dollars.
Chicago corruption. We know about that.
But you know what? There are real people paying that bill.
I know.
And I got to tell you something.
It's our money.
Maybe I'm a cheapskate, but I'm not paying $16 for a muffin. I'm just not going to do it.
You can go to Costco and get a lot of muffins for $16.
Well, this is
one muffin?
One muffin.
Oh, excuse me. I thought it was like
$16 for one muffin.
Listen, they have
Did it include butter? Did it come with butter?
Very expensive taste in Washington. They can't go to the American people and tell them, Sean, that they're going to cut and they're going to make sure that everything is hunky-dory unless